I've always said that family comes first, and then for us, farming, it's what Grandpa did, it's what my dad did. It seems like it's what you're raised to do. It's hard at times, but it's still fun. It's fun to be around the family, and we've owned the farm since the 30s, and I just want to preserve it and keep the generations going.
My dad was a farmer. Moved down here on this farm when I was 3, and I always loved to farm. I just grew up on it. I love it. It's bred into you.
My great-grandpa farmed in Nebraska. My grandpa then took over the farm from my great-grandpa, and then my dad in the 80s started taking over the farm from my grandpa.
I started farming and slowly just worked my way into it, and then, but just how things have changed. Back then, if you raised 120 bushel corn, you were great. And nowadays, you're pushing 240 to 270. It's just the modern technology is what's changed. But it all comes down to the bottom dollar at the end. Did we do it right to where we can make some money and live another year?
So it's just about trying to make enough margin. We need to produce as much as we can because we're going to have to just to survive. And just having our home farm since the 30s is wonderful, and we're building it up to make the most out of that every acre that we can. That's the end goal, is to make every acre the best it can be, to produce the most corn per acre so you can just keep the generations going.
This farm, it's my livelihood. It's how we get to support our families. The hope is it stays in the family generation, that it keeps dropping down from generation to generation. I worked too hard to get to here, and I want them to work hard to keep it up and grow and, make people happy.
My dad and mom worked their butts off, and we've owned the ground since the 30s that we farm. You're always trying to pass it on to the next generation. That's the end goal. And so then I will be the 4th generation farmer eventually when I take over the farm. It's just what I was born to do.
That's the best thing you could ever ask for. Knowing that it's going to drop down to the good hands and be taken care of.
If I could just build the farm to be sustainable to hand off to my nephews or my 2 daughters in the future, if any of my kids want to take it over, then they'll have a good farm that's still here. So in order to make it another generation, we need to be more efficient in every aspect. I feel like the margins are getting tighter, and so we need to be better at everything. I've always said number 1 is the soil, which would be the soil and the land that we farm. And then 2 is fertilizer, because you don't raise a crop without any fertilizer.
Pivot Bio is a wonderful thing because with them being able to produce nitrogen through the seed, through the plant, I never would have dreamt on that. I wish my dad was still alive. Like he said, growing up, the technology has changed. He started out with horses, and then now the modern technology that's with Pivot coming in and actually producing nitrogen through the plant. That's unreal.
If we can get away from the anhydrous or the liquid nitrogen and go to the natural biologicals, if we can save and help the soil and the earth and our farm ground as much as we can, that's the end goal. Is more efficiency, but also just preserving what we have. Farming for us, it's a 4th generational thing. The kids love it. They're always wanting to be in the combine and the tractor. It's just fun. It's fun to be around the family.
That's all I ever want. I want my family to be happy and have fun together. That's all I want. And my grandkids, they come up, and I just love it when everybody's around. That's what it's about, family.
I'd say it's worth it. You get to change the earth from black dirt to a field that's growing with a crop, and you can say you did that. There's just something about a farmer and owning land that it's just, you can walk on it, you can grab the dirt, and you can say, this is mine. This is my dirt, and it'll be around forever.